We all see it on social media all the time. We see a student who built a car, and people were fascinated. And they were saying, wow, this student is a genius. And sometimes they will forward it to education minister. And I get it, and I look at it, and I get frustrated because I don't have a gate school for this child. We are now working with Cabinet, and very soon we'll continue with our stakeholder engagement to make sure that gifted and talented education will become part of the Ghanaian education ecosystem.
These days, we have been seeing so many young, talented, creative, and innovative Africans showing the world their God-given talents by using their own intelligence to do things that are eye-catching and surprising. In fact, most of the things these young Africans are inventing are things that are one way or the other going to solve our problems. But many people with hidden talents have been born and died in Africa without Africa and the world benefiting from their talents. This is because over the years, we had no avenues to help push these people with special talents. A very huge respect to Apostle Kwadwo Kantanka, who has been inventing so many things for the past 60 years without support or help from any government. Now, the old world has come to an end, and in this new world, Africans are going to be the leaders, believe it or not. That is why they are trying to blind us again with their so-called metaverse and virtual realities. But this time around, we are not going to fall for that. Before we Africans can lead this world, we have to create young people who are more powerful than Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, and others. That is why Ghana is going to build special schools for people with special talent and also with disabilities. This is according to the Ghana Minister responsible for education, Dr. Yao Osei Educhum. Let's hear more from him. But before that, please don't forget to like this video and also subscribe for more videos like this.
It's not about them, but it's about us as a nation tapping into their talent so that we can use their talent to transform the nation. I've always asked my friends that if they look at WhatsApp, for example, and the revenue, the value of WhatsApp, billions of dollars in terms of its value. I've asked people that imagine if the person who did WhatsApp and invented WhatsApp was a Ghanaian, what will happen to Ghana? A lot of revenue will be coming here. Probably the person will pay you 50%, contributing 50% of all the money that we need to transform ourselves as a nation. So the 21st century transformation will not necessarily come from some physical resources. What will bring about transformation is the human brain and how we nurture it and how we motivate it, how we encourage it, how we bring and nurture individuals for them to realize that there are better days ahead of them and not behind them. Invariably, some people talk about the good old days. The good old days. Without talking about the better days ahead of us as a nation. I want all of us to begin to develop our self-efficacy to understand that we can do it. I always tell people that the gift I got from America was not the gift of education or the gift of maybe financial resources. It was the gift of understanding that if you believe, you can. That there's nothing that the human mind cannot do. And I want all of us to begin to understand that this nation's fortunes are going to be better. It's better ahead of us and not behind us. And we make it as we want it. We make it as we want it. We can together follow the leadership of many and do a better job for our nation. So today I'm so excited I'm here at Academic City. I came to see this school when it was under construction. I had a wonderful opportunity of meeting with the innovators who actually brought this school to Ghana. And I saw their vision at the time, and I knew what they wanted to do, and I was therefore happy to support them. We need more Academic City university colleges across this country. The kind of work that is being done here, the innovation that is being done here, is the innovation we want to see at all our universities. And once we do that, we can transform this nation. But also cannot just talk about STEM at the universities without talking about STEM at KG level, primary school level, junior high school level, high school. Basically, we need to create a pipeline of STEM. Pipeline from KG all the way to the universities. And when that pipeline is created, that is when the transformation happens. In other jurisdictions around the world, students don't wait till they are in the university to talk about aviation science. They start from KG. And those schools that are visited, that talk about aeronautical sciences from primary school. So when the students begin immersing themselves in aviation, immersing themselves in engineering at that early age, by the time they get to high school, they know more than somebody who may have started engineering at the university. And those are the students, when they get to the university space, they are not there to memorize some notes for the professor. They are not there to take notes from, they are there to say, Prof, it can be done differently. When I was in high school, I did a project on this. And that is what we want to see in our university lecture halls. Lecture halls where the students will be bringing great ideas to the discourse. Lecture halls where students will say, I think I can do this. We can invent something. And that is what we want to see at the universities, but we cannot get there without beginning from the lower level possible and providing an avenue for students to get to that destination. We cannot get there if we do not look at gifted and talented education, something that other countries have done and it has benefited them tremendously. Hong Kong, South Korea, United States of America, they have all done gifted and talented education. And what is it? Have you seen a child on the street who has invented something and you are fascinated by it? We all see it on social media all the time. We see a student who built a car and people were fascinated and they were saying, wow, this student is a genius. And sometimes they will forward it to education minister and I get it and I look at it and I get frustrated because I don't have a gate school for this child. We are now working with cabinet and very soon we'll continue with our stakeholder engagement to make sure that gifted and talented education will become part of the Ghanaian education ecosystem. You see, research has shown that 5% of every population anywhere in the world is highly gifted. 5%. It also shows that 10% of the population, irrespective of where they were born, are gifted or talented, or gifted and talented. Some of them may be special needs students, and sometimes we don't think they are gifted. Tell you the story of a young man called Gordon Butler. I had a wonderful opportunity of working with him from primary 6 all the way to high school. Gordon Butler walked into my school, and he had to take a placement exam, and Gordon Butler froze. He couldn't write. He couldn't write. And the mom came to me, the dad actually brought him for the placement exam in one of my schools, and he came to me and said, my son is so smart, I don't know why he's crying and will not write. Gordon Butler was autistic. But when Gordon Butler came to my school, we began weekly learning celebration where we recognized students who were doing well in school. And Gordon was always the best student in mathematics and science. Week upon week, he was getting awards. But he was struggling in English and history. He could not write well. In all exams, we had to give him more time. Homework and classwork assignment, Gordon Butler had to get more time. We crafted an individualized education plan for Gordon Butler. Long story short, by the time he reached 12th grade, when he was graduating from my school, he was the top performing student in history and English. Because the school created an opportunity for him to grow. And boy, growing he did. Today, Gordon Butler is a mechanical engineer. But his story probably wouldn't have been the same had it not been in a system where every student with learning disability had an opportunity for their talents to be brought out through the crafting of an individualized education plan. So as we embark on the STEM agenda, we embark on it without thinking about just those who we think perceived to be gifted, and we're not looking at those who may be gifted, but their giftedness is not coming out because they may have a disability. So we need to all avert our minds to the fact that we have work to do, and gifted and talented education, including those who may have learning disability that may still be gifted will be something that we promote as a nation. And very soon, as we dialogue more and look at the way to go, we are going to create a GATE education program that will ensure that the very people with gifts and talents, who are gifted and are talented, are leading, and that we are creating an environment for them so that their talents can be used for the benefit of our nation. If God has given us these individuals in our midst, people who can innovate and create, and we are not giving them the opportunity and creating the environment, it's our loss as a nation. And we will not continue to lose out on the great talent that is bottled up in certain individuals.